Hey guys, Elizabeth Quinn here again, 2 times in one night because I did get from my director. The first one was from another awesome lady who's a director who I knew she'd have my back and that I'd get those as quickly as she could possibly supply them. So thank you so much. You know who you are. But my director did scare up for me the 10 new release scent notes. So we'll talk about that. And then I'll be able to tell you a little bit with a more calm attitude because it's just like adrenaline flows when you want to get that first video out as soon as possible and also just enjoy your own first reactions that are genuine before you think too hard about it. But we're going to talk about the 10 new release for the fall winter of 2024 and some warmers that I saw and some other things that I think are going to be very nice. Honestly, the warmer selection in the catalog this particular fall winter doesn't excite me quite as much as last year, but that's okay because I have many warmers in my collection. But let's start with these 10 new releases, getting the scent notes and the things that we can chat about as I'm kind of digesting everything that was just thrown at me over the last couple hours. So let's start out with what are the scent categories where we have the new 10 new release. So it looks like we're going to have Alpine Escape, Balsam Spice, and Pistachio Woods. They're in the Woods category. We're going to have Brown Butter Pumpkin and Leaves in Lavender, which will be in the Spice category. We're going to have 3 bakeries, you guys. Cherry Chestnut, Gingerbread Pecan Waffles, and Vanilla Amber are categorized as bakery scents. And then we also have a Fruity, which is the White Peach and Cranberry, and a Fresh, which is the Hayrides. Now, if you've watched part 1 already, you saw that I got so excited with the idea of a bar that's a classic fall hayride. Here in the States, if you happen to be in another region, I don't know if you do some of these things that us Americans do, but we get on these silly tractor trailers, if you're not used to it, where you're on this huge bed of hay and a tractor drives you around. Sometimes when I was a teenager, we'd even go into the cornfields at night and you'd have these games where it was sort of like capture the flag. It was like fantastic. But the hayride in and out of the cornfield, the hayride in and out of the orchard, the hayride even in my own backyard, my husband would do these really cute little drives for my girls where he would put pillows, and not really hay, but pillows and blankets and stuff in the cart that you can put behind the tractor and put the bonfire on and have the pumpkins and drive the kids around. And so this is a scent I have wanted for years. I sure hope when I smell it in a couple weeks that it lives up to my emotional hype. But a long time ago, Bath & Body Works did something called Pumpkin Hayride. I have been dying to get my hands on that candle and know what's in it. If any of you are old Bath & Body Works experts, will you please leave in the comments what did that pumpkin hayride candle have for notes, or if it didn't have notes on the bottom back in the day, what do you remember? Because I have just wanted to smell something like that again for years. So I'm just gonna cut to the chase and start with hayride, even though it's not alphabetic. So hayrides is in the fresh category, and it says climb aboard with fresh hay and cedarwood and take a ride through crisp apple orchards in this ode to a joyful autumn tradition. So I'll get that one out of the way first. I'm so excited about that, and it does appear to be our only new fresh bar. So then let's do the 3 that are going to be in Woods. Alpine Escape, and this is one that's going to be one of the 4 that is global. So the Alpine Escape, the Cherry Chestnut, the Vanilla Amber, and the White Peach and Cranberry. Doesn't matter where in the world you are with Scentsy, those will be in your catalog. If I understood Dan Orchard, the CEO now, he's been newly crowned, that's what he said. Alpine Escape is a rush of minty air among spruce and evergreen trees on a scenic mountain getaway. And I'm sure that's going to be great. And like I said in the first video, my gut reaction was that we'd lost very snowy spruce. Thankfully, that was not a reality and everything's just fine. The next one that's in Woods, this sounds so me, is Captivating Cinnamon adds sweet spice to charred cedar and balsam. I love everything resinous, smoky, and smoldery. I think that's going to be fabulous. And then the next one is going to be Pistachio Woods. And we had a lot of success with our Sun Castles, which I'm still enjoying because it is only July here in Michigan, right? That had pistachio, coconut, and almond. So pistachio might be a trendy note this year, and I'm fine with that because it's always been a home fragrance scent that I just love, and it's kind of rare. So Pistachio Woods, which I also saw a spoiler, if you want the August whiff box, it looks like Pistachio Woods will be in there. Delicate pistachio and buttery almond on a bed of cedar wood. Oh, that just sounds, again, totally amazing. All right, then we have brown butter pumpkin. And it's funny, I went downstairs and grabbed my Forever Fall, which I'm so celebrating, even though I've got a whole stack of it. Probably won't even need to purchase any of this year, but I'll club it probably. I just adored this different scent. Oh, but this is like brown sugar, and for some of you, I know it's squashy pumpkin, but this is just like brown sugar and pumpkin in the best way. And we've still got Scary Good, and we've got pumpkin roll. It's going to be a good pumpkin year for those of us that love that. But this one, I hope this appeals to people that struggle more with Scentsi's pumpkin note, which I hear from actually a decent number of folks. Maybe this one will be more mellow, more sweet, not as squashy. Whip up a batch of seasonal spice, mixing melted butter, which that seems to have been a very popular note this last year in a lot of our fall bakeries. So I hope that it's not too heavy of a butter note. I like a lot of butter, but something like king cake got a little bit too much for me last January. And Dutch apple bread did make it into this catalog, and that's fine. I don't hate it. I thought I did when I first started melting it. But there is something in these newer bakery things with Scentsy that sometimes makes me nervous. I hope I'm gonna like this. Whip up a batch of seasonal spice, mixing melted butter and brown sugar with pumpkin for a tempting treat. So, I mean, I love all things bakery, butter, pumpkin, and brown sugar in decent doses. Now, I'm very surprised that and Forever Fall are both in the same catalog, because it's down here. I also have the list so I can kind of secondary reactions with you guys. And then the other spice one, so that's in the spice category, so I guess I can't have too much butter, is this Leaves in Lavender. Now, I personally did Club Cashmere Leaves, which was a beautiful, somewhat exotic and feminine scent last fall, winter with our 5-bar harvest bundle. This might be very nice with it if you do still have that. This new Leaves in Lavender says, soothing lavender and a hint of clove wrapped up in fall leaves invite you to relax. Sounds amazing. So then what else do we have that I haven't read to you yet? Cherry Chestnut is one of the 3 bakeries. This is warm black cherry topped with roasted chestnuts and whipped vanilla in a sweet and savory delight. Now there's going to be a decent amount of cherry and cranberry in this particular catalog, so hopefully that will be really good. And then this gingerbread pecan waffles. As I said in part 1 of this early reaction SFR excitement for the catalog video, I have wanted a good gingerbread scent. I have wanted a good sort of fall bakery, either donut or waffle or some sort of a very light, crispy, creamy, wonderful, golden brown and delicious baked goods scent. And then you add the pecan. Now there's a note in here that scares me a little bit, only because it could be heavy. Savor all-day breakfast with warm and fluffy gingerbread waffles topped with molasses and roasted pecans. So, a little bit nervous about the molasses, but I guess if you're gonna have a gingerbread pecan waffle, there's always a molasses note or a very dark brown sugar note in gingerbread. So, I don't know if it's gonna be spicy. It doesn't say anything about spice. So, I'm thinking, and I'm kind of overthinking this, but it should have that wonderful gingerbread essence with the hint of spice, a lot of molasses, and if it's got the molasses and the pecans, it could be fabulous. I hope that's going to be good. Like I said, I've been waiting for forever. Already got excited about Hayrides, Leaves in Lavender, Pistachio Woods. The Vanilla Amber is global, and then the last one, which is White Peach and Cranberry, is global. Vanilla Amber, which I cannot think that this would be not good with. It will be good with, is what I'm trying to say. The Vanilla Amber should be good with Vanilla Barnwood. It should be good with Very Vanilla. I have wanted for many years with Scentsy, because I've been a consumer for over a decade, for them to mix up their vanilla game. So I'm glad that this seems to be the season. Vanilla Amber, rich vanilla cream with golden amber infused with sweet rum are a piece of pastry perfection. Now, the Cake Me to Paradise that was spring summer had a rum note, and the other one that I was alluding to with the Sun Castles had a pistachio note. I'm loving both of the spring summer things that have that in it, so maybe these fall winter ones will be blockbuster. I hope so. So this Vanilla Amber with vanilla cream, golden amber, and sweet rum sounds absolutely fabulous. And then the last one is White Peach and Cranberry. A juicy bite of fresh picked white peach with a tart touch of cranberry. That sounds good too. Of all of them, that's probably the one I'm the least excited about. I mean, these all just sound great, and they truly sound fall. Sometimes we've had fall winter releases, last year being one of them, where I wasn't all that excited about the descriptions. I hope that these really live up to the descriptions, because spruce and evergreen, what's not to love? Cinnamon and charred cedar and balsam, for me personally, everything I love. Butter, brown sugar, and pumpkin, fantastic. Black cherry, roasted chestnuts, and whipped vanilla. That one sounds a little odd, but I bet it'll be good. Gingerbread, molasses, and roasted pecan, fabulous. Fresh hay, cedarwood, and crisp apple, absolutely. Lavender, clove, and falling leaves. I don't know how that's going to mix, but I have faith in Scentsy that it will be good. Pistachio, almond, and cedarwood, oh yeah. Vanilla cream, golden amber, and sweet rum, really, oh yeah. And then white peach and cranberry, white peach and a little bit of cranberry. And I believe that the image, because they showed us more scent notes in some of those images that they put up on the screen, that there was some sort of a wood, if I saw it right, behind the cranberry and the peach, maybe like a musk or a sandalwood or something. So we will see. Now, let's go back to things that I saw at SFR and a little bit of a secondary reaction to the list. I did not pick up when I filmed part 1 of these videos that Sunkissed Citrus is not moving forward in the fall winter catalog. My friend Robin caught that when we were trying to send lists back and forth who would get it first, and she's like, I didn't see Sunkissed Citrus. And I'm like, oh, well, I already did my video. I missed that in the hype and the adrenaline rush here. But what I did notice is we're not getting By the Sea, and that always comes back. Sunkissed Citrus always comes back. So when it comes to starting a club, I'm going to go through and kind of talk you through. We're not going to be getting White Amber Antique. That's in the current catalog. Dashing's in the current catalog. That's not moving forward. White Amber and Silk is in the current catalog. That's not moving forward. By the Sea is not moving forward. Sunkissed Citrus is not moving forward. So just be aware that that is a clue that they may not be back next spring, summer. You can take your chances. A lot of things that are in the current spring, summer catalog will be back next year. This isn't a total panic, but typically if it's been a bar that's been around, and with something like Sunkissed Citrus and By the Sea, this is a first for forever. Like, they never retire those. So that is something you might want to look at rather seriously. But a lot of things are still going to be there, like your Amazon Rain, your Aloe Water and Cucumber, that's always in the catalog, your your Vanilla Bean Buttercream. And then I'm so glad that a lot of our old classics are safe. Things like Silver Bells is safe. Polar Bear Hug is safe. Your Arctic Kiss, which is a somewhat newer classic, but I kind of put it in that trio: Silver Bells, Arctic Kiss, and Polar Bear Hug. They're unique to Scentsy, and I would be sad if they were gone. We have, I think it's funny that French Lavender is continuing. I'm wondering if maybe the Provence Lavender might show up next year. That's our current scent of the month, and I've heard through some things that I saw with some Scentsy end of the month lives and things that Lacey would like to see the Provence Lavender maybe make it into a catalog down the road. Now, as I was reading comments from our first video, the Mint to Be Merry did not make it in here, and Frosted Cinnamon Roll did not make it in here. I gambled on Frosted Cinnamon Roll. I don't really care for mint too much, so the Mint to Be Merry is not something that'll make me sad. But I had to make a choice when I was clubbing things earlier this year. I already had, because you guys know I love my cinnamon, I had Sticky Cinnamon Bun, which is the best sweet cinnamon vanilla bakery of all time as far as performance. And I wanted to say Pumpkin Cinnamon Swirl, because someday things that you love are just going to retire. And so I made a choice to take Frosted Cinnamon Roll out. I'll be fine, but I will miss that a little bit. And I don't think that we really got any scent of the months in this new lineup, and typically we do. Instead, we got all of these that had to do with the 5-bar bundles. And I don't know about you guys, but I was very impressed with those last year, so I didn't see Cashmere Leaves as I'm trying to kind of think through this. We've got Forever Fall, which is Fall Harvest Bundle. We got the Dutch Apple Bread. We got the White Pumpkin and Driftwood. So we didn't get Cashmere Leaves, and I'm not remembering. Oh, and then the other one was a green one. We didn't get that. So we got 3 out of the 5 from our Harvest Bundle. And then we got the Vanilla Barnwood, the Rum Pum Plum, what is the cherry one? The Cherries Jubilee, and Sleigh Ride out of the other group. And if there's the 5th one in here and I just haven't caught it, somebody please put it in the comments, because there was a 5th scent that was in our holiday 5-bar bundle and I'm drawing a blank, but I don't think it's here. So that is a pretty heavy representation of those LTOs. I am very happy with this. I think it is very balanced and, well, maybe not very balanced. For those of you that hate cinnamon, we have cinnamon bear, cinnamon pine cones, cinnamon vanilla, clove and cinnamon. I mean, it just goes on and on and on, but I'm really, really happy with those. For pumpkin lovers, we've got our farm stand pumpkin. First day of fall is pumpkin and woods heavy, the new forever fall, which was old last year in the holiday 5-bar bundle. We've still got scary good. We've got pumpkin roll. We've got pumpkin cinnamon swirl. I mean, this is just making my pumpkin and spice loving heart so happy. As far as fresh and woodsy, we've got the around the campfire is back, thank God. Now I didn't club autumn hearth and I'm glad that's here. Autumn road trip is back. I'm gonna take that one right out of my club. But for new, where it comes to smoky and smoldery, we'll have the balsam spice. We will have that new alpine escape, which seems like it will be more fresh, but still very woody. We have good old very snowy spruce. We have wonderful sleigh ride. I mean, this is gonna be a good catalog. And as far as bakery, let's see if I can kind of pull out the bakeries. We lost apple cherry strudel. If you did not club that, I am sorry. That, if I had not clubbed that, I would be very sad about that. But we kept apple and cinnamon sticks, which I guess a lot of people really like that. I tend to melt 1 bar or 2, not a ton. But we've got autumn hearth. Let's see here. We've got baked apple pie, blueberry cheesecake. The brown butter pumpkin's not in the bakery section. Candy cane buttercream steak, caramel apple craze, which is fabulous. That's a good bakery. I think that's in bakery. That might be in fruity, but I consider it bakery with all that caramel. We've got the gimme candy, the gingerbread pecan waffles. We've got the pumpkin cinnamon swirl, the pumpkin roll, the squeeze that are scary good. We did keep squeeze the day, not that I really care one way or another. Now we don't have a deep, dark, spicy orange scent, and a lot of people were postulating that we would get one of those. So that's kind of sad, but who knows what Scentsy's got up their sleeve. Tomorrow, I will know more about all of the harvest and holiday LTOs and all that jazz. So I think that's enough for tonight. As far as warmers, there is a new pig warmer, which personally I'm not super excited about. They brought in the country born hat, the cowboy hat. They have the boots, which I know we already had, but now they have mini boots in a mini warmer. There is a beautiful baby sunflower mini warmer, which I totally want to get. There's a white tin warmer, which is beautiful, that has grasses and it's done where it's punctured. Absolutely beautiful, kind of like last year's Forest Light, but more fall rather than wintry. We have a couple where they went through it pretty fast, and since I don't have a catalog, I'm not exactly sure what's going to what region, so we'll catch up more with that after I get a real printable catalog on my workstation. But there are some very nice warmers coming. As I said, from what I could see just in the rush of things that were presented, I'm not quite as excited about for my own home, not that I need warmers like I've already said, for myself, but there are some that are going to be just phenomenal, and some where other people's homes, there'll be outstanding warmers that I just personally would not want to buy. I think there is one that actually has a galaxy of mapped out constellation stars. Really cool. Not my cup of tea, but really, really neat, that we will be getting, and there will be more to come. But SFR is a lot of fun. It was wonderful for me, having only been with Scentsy for, it'll be 3 years in October, my first time seeing Heidi and Orville, who are the founders, and it was just a very nice and exciting afternoon. So I think I'm done. I'm gonna go back to sniffing some of the bars that I have been keeping in my club, or I had hoarded last year, that I was hoping I would see back, and just celebrating that I think the fall winter catalog of 2024 is going to be very good, and we will be able to talk more about that. August 1st, we'll be able to order our bars. I believe that my director explained that since I registered for the full benefits virtual, that I might even be able to order my 10 new release bars next week. We'll see how that goes. So I might have an extra early sniff session with you guys. I'm so excited. Have a great night. I'm gonna get off now. God bless. Bye-bye.